back to This is Talking Sci-Fi with SYFY Sean and
Just Randee.
Yep. We are going to focus on why Talking Sci-Fi was created today. And it's a huge, and I mean huge event that comes up once a year in downtown Bartow called SYFY Bartow. Many of you that follow us on YouTube and our other podcasts have been to SYFY Bartow. If you have not, crawl out from underneath your rock and come. It is February the 15th this year, 2020. It's from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., almost all day long. It is free to attend. So when you go to like these big conventions, I won't name any names, you pay high price to get in there. 3-day pass, 2-day pass, whatever. And all basically you're doing is paying to get into a big vendor's room and spend more of your money. And after you've paid for a hotel and paid a big entrance fee, there are stars there that you stand in line for almost all day to see. And I'm not knocking that. I have done it many times.
Oh, yeah.
SYFY Bartow is different than that. It's free to attend. It's an outdoor event, like a Renaissance kind of affair, without all the knights and all that.
Right.
We do have Jedi Knights. We do have Stormtroopers. We do have everything.
Everything. Yeah.
This year's theme, and we have a theme, this will be year 7. Can you believe it's been 7 years?
Yeah, I cannot.
Our theme is myths and magic. We can't use the word Harry Potter, but Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. That doesn't mean you have to come cosplay or costume Harry Potter characters. We welcome everybody. Be Batman, be Superman, be a Jedi Knight, be an anime character, be
Naruto.
Yeah, whoever, a Mandalorian. It doesn't matter. There's something for everyone at SYFY Bartow. Even Randy, he's bought stuff from SYFY Bartow.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have over 100 plus vendors this year that are showing up, from everything from Dungeons and Dragons dice to magic wands. And the streets of downtown Bartow, it's 8 full blocks of entertainment, including a ginormous car show with all types of themed cars. You can see the Ghostbusters. We're going to have 3 Ectos this year. Did you know that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Including the original and a couple of the new remakes. And Ghostbusters is coming out this summer, and that's going to be a big thing. We have a lot of Ghostbusters that come to this.
Yeah.
We have, sometimes we have a gentleman that brings a TARDIS, like from Doctor Who, you can actually take pictures with and get into. We have all types of cars.
We have a Transformer car. The car doesn't actually transform, but he brings this sword.
Yep.
It's like Optimus Prime's sword.
He comes every year.
I hope I'm being right with Optimus Prime, but it is a fantastic car. The money he has put into this thing for the sound and the swords and all the props that go along with it. Apokovic has won 2 years in a row.
He posted on Facebook this past weekend that he's coming.
So yeah, he's got he gives out gifts to the kids for free that come and take pictures with him, and it's just one big.
We have a award show for them, which you have a People's Choice, which we have. This is going to be basically our People's Choice Award this year. We're going to have these new sci-fi trophies for the top winners of not only a huge costume contest, which happens. We have an art show with all science fiction, art, and fantasy. We have the car show. Not even to mention, we're going to have probably close to 100 cars this year, I'm sure. That fills up almost half the block. We have a comic book store, which is Main Street Comics and Memorabilia. They're in the mix. They have a big outdoor tent that they set up with a lot of great sales and things. And they're going to have not only that going on, but they're going to have Mr. Chuck Dixon, which is a DC Comics person who created the supervillain Bane from Batman, the hulked up guy. You have to put a picture of him up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be inside signing autographs. George Lowe, which does the voice of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, he's going to be there again. He is a mainstream stay person with SYFY Bartow. He's at every one of our SYFY Bartows. You can meet him and get his autograph. Joel D. Winecoop. Everybody says, who the hell is Joel D. Winecoop?
Until you start looking at all these movies.
He has a mainstream movie coming out this year. He does a lot of commercials, a lot of independent films, indie films. He'll be set up signing autographs. You can meet him. He'll have all of his DVD collections. Some are a little not child friendly-ish, but they're adult, they're PG, but you have to watch what he has. He's a big fan following. I'm really excited. We had this gentleman come back, Mr. Tim Proctor.
Yep.
And while I'm doing this, Randy's going to show you the pictures of these people. Yeah. He was in the show Walking Dead. He was a walker, and he's done a lot of other acting. And he's going to have a booth there where you can meet and greet him. And he makes these spectacular pictures that he does and he paints that he'll have for sale there. You got to go visit with him. We had on an earlier show, we had Robert Robinson, which is a renowned Bigfoot skunk ape hunter. He's called the Legend Tripper. Yep. He's going to be there signing autographs, a copy of his books. He's going to be speaking on stage. We have Mr. Mark Muncie is going to be there, who has done he has done a book called Eerie, Florida, and I believe Spooky, Florida. He does all these stories about ghosts and things that are real, and you meet him. He's going to be there. He'll be speaking on stage as well. Not even to mention, we have 2 stages full of entertainment. We have the Kitchen Killers. They're coming back this year.
They're getting big. Yeah.
Great musical guests. They'll be performing on the stage. My good friend, part of our SLS Entertainment Company, Denny Prime, is going to be DJing and hosting the stage all day long, the main stage. Stage 2, we're going to have Hanging with Web show. Yeah. They're great people. They have a podcast, a lot bigger than ours. Check it out. They're going to be running the whole stage 2. They have live entertainment, talks. They do a live podcast. We're going to have happy hour with Johnny and Deuce. They're going to be doing podcast as well. Yeah.
Peekabella Chew.
Yeah, she does. She's going to be doing a panel discussion on the main stage about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon. However the hell you call it.
It's fine.
Poke your man.
Yeah.
Richard Gainey's coming back this year, which is the Jedi Knight training school.
My kids loved it.
Yep, he'll teach your kids how to fight with lightsabers, and he's also bringing a medieval fighting battle this year. It's going to be going on right in the grassy area, which is we call on Main Street Bartow. Not to mention our food truck alley, all types of food for you to enjoy. All of the shops on Main Street Bartow will be open and there's restaurants. There's a Hacienda Mexico, Palace Pizza, Havana Delights, the Cookie Jar, a bunch of others. They're leaving my head right now, but restaurants galore. Sweet Magnolia's great ice cream shop. Yeah. We're gonna have a steampunk area, or it's called Steampunk Alley, where it's all steampunk and all kinds of things going on. They're going to be doing activities. There's going to be a sorting hat from Harry Potter, a ceremony going on during the day. And I forgot to mention, Friday night, February the 14th, Valentine's Day, from 6 to 9, we're doing the kickoff party for SYFY Bartow, which will be that evening. It's free to attend. There'll be vendors and food. We're going to have DJ Denny Prime, and we're going to have Phasmagoria, which has a lot of juggling and fire eating and all kinds of exciting things going on. Yeah. It's going to be, and there's a classic car show that night. Right. We're going to probably slip in a couple more sci-fi.
I got some coming already.
Yeah. Do you really? That's awesome. Food, excitement, great for the kids, family friendly. I'm going to have a giant chessboard set up for people to play chess. And checkers. We have a kids' activity tent with our good friend Amy Lynn, and she's going to teach your youngsters how to make wands out of stuff out of your kitchen and things
household supplies.
Household supplies and everything. She does a great job. Rock painting. Goodness gracious. Chilton Signs is going to be there doing another vehicle wrap, live vehicle wrap where they actually put a design around a car. We have, I can't even begin to tell you about the vendors we have coming. Everything from, like I said, you can buy a lightsaber there to a magic wand. Yeah. And it's free for the whole family to attend all day. I'm going to tell you about SYFY Bartow, how it was created. I was approached by Trish Pfeiffer, she was not a commissioner at the time, but she's running for commissioner, and she had put something on Facebook about what can we do for Bartow to bring something different. And this was over 8 years ago. And I said, hey, let's do a science fiction convention. I was joking. And all of a sudden she sends me a message. That sounds great. Give me the details and run with it. And I did. And they gave me one block for year one. Yep. I had a small car show, I think.
No, we
didn't have a car show at the first one.
I showed up as a guest just because I live in Bartow. I'm like, what the hell is this? Let me go down here and check it out. And it's funny because I always remember this, and plays a big part, is that me and my wife made the finals in the Jeopardy contest,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the finals, we were going against this lady that, and it was about Star Trek.
Right.
Okay, and I think the guy's name was Roach.
Nick.
Nick. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Roach.
Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing this Jeopardy, right? And when it's all said and done, we were in the finals. Me, my wife, and this lady. She had won like 9 prizes.
Right.
Okay, and we were like, I'm like, God, I feel terrible that I don't know anything about Star Trek.
Right.
Because that's what the finals was about. You know what? And as me, her, and my kids are walking away, she goes, hey, come here a minute. And went over there, and she loaded us up with all them gifts, and she says, I own 3 of all of these.
That's the way it is with the Star Trek nerds.
And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And then, so I went home, I told a couple people about it, and said, it was pretty fun, and they had the kids' corner, and my kids got to make stuff.
Right.
You know? And then we all know the story from Who Are We, that I met your wife at Zombie Fest.
Yep.
We come to your house. A couple weeks before the second one, you had already lined the cars up.
Yep.
And you just asked me to hold a voting booth.
Right.
For the second.
God, you remember
it was SYFY Saturday, and it wasn't
SYFY Bartow yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then as soon as it was over, or while we were there cleaning up, you said, hey, this is you. Take this car show and run.
And you have grown it to almost as big as SYFY Bartow is now. So
oh, well,
it's huge.
Yeah.
We've made a lot of good connections and friends over the years. Well, the first year they gave me 1 block, we had about 2,500 people show up.
Yep.
The next year they gave me another block because, boy, you did successful on it. And when I say they, I mean Main Street Bartow Incorporated. This is who we do this show for. It's an organization that is in a lot of downtowns throughout America where they help businesses draw attention to their businesses, help them get funding and all that. It's a nonprofit organization, and they hold events to draw people to the towns.
Right.
So people will go into the brick and mortar businesses and spend money, which we ask you guys to at least check out some of the shops while they're there. There's only one comic book on Main Street in Bartow, but there's some fantastic shops. I visited a few when I was promoting yesterday, and they love the people that come to SYFY. Year 2, we had about 7,000 people show up. Year 3, we grew to a little over 12,000. Year 4, we were close to 20. And now flash forward to this past one, which was year 6. We had 30,000 people show up to SYFY Bartow. All the parking around the perimeter of Main Street is free. Even though it says parking 8 to 5, it's all free. We have a parking garage, which is not even 3 blocks away from SYFY Bartow, that holds hundreds of cars. It's free for the day.
Yeah,
everything's free. You don't have to pay. So you come in, you see a creature from this island Earth, a bank statue like this, and you can buy it because you haven't spent money to get into this thing.
Right.
You haven't spent $50 to $100 because you have that extra money in your pocket. And SYFY Bartow is free. I cannot stress that enough. And it's 8 full blocks of stuff. Not just the main street, but the side streets are covered with things.
Yeah.
And the shops, there's my good buddy at Two Crazy Nuts on Main Street, John.
Yeah.
You got to go see his store when you come to SYFY Bartow because he does candied nuts and popcorns and all kinds of things. You got to check him out, man. We have plenty of porta potties if you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And a lot of our restaurants, if you buy a drink or go in, they'll let you use their restroom as long as you spend money with them. We have the historic Polk County History Museum, which we do our costume contest costume call in.
Right.
It's open. It's free. They have great bathrooms, by the way. Just my good friend Maria works there as an assistant to the curator, and it's fantastic. Take a moment out of your time. Visit the History Museum. It is fantastic. I'm visiting with a gentleman this afternoon after this show about a giant photo booth he's going to have there where you can take pictures and they can put you in different scenes and all kinds of fun stuff. It is everything. It doesn't matter if you're into Harry Potter, Star Wars, Star Trek. Anime is going to be there. Steampunk's going to be there. Everything. And it's all for a great cause. All of our sponsorships that we have, which I'm going to name here in a few minutes, are vendors that pay to come there. It all goes to Main Street Bartow for the Community Redevelopment Agency to help our small town grow. And it has. They're opening up a brewery in Bartow, which I would never thought in a million years that would happen.
Yeah.
There's a brand new Italian restaurant coming in. Yeah. There's many restaurants all through the place and all out the perimeter. So come and visit, and it's to help and support our small town of Bartow, Florida, which has always been known for, that's where you go to get bailed out of jail, because we're the county seat of our county, and the jail. One of the jails is here, and the county courthouse is here.
Our population doubles during workday because of DOT, school board, the jail, the lawyers, the bail bonds. It's just loaded.
And we bring in almost the entire population of the city of Bartow with the SYFY with over 30,000 people.
It's crazy.
We have drones flying over, filming things, and we have friends that do that. It's something for everyone.
I took a picture every 30 minutes from the very end where the car show is, and it's unreal.
It is. It's unreal. It's not super crowded like you would at one of the big super conventions that come around, but it's getting tight sometimes there. It's a flowing thing. You can be there all day and won't see everything.
Yeah.
So we have everything going on that day. So take some time out of your day in February. It's a rain or shine event. We throw it no matter what. All of our vendors have tents and things that are covered. And come check it out and enjoy. You don't lose anything. Again, it is free. Am I right, Randy?
You're free. Everything is free.
Everything is free.
You have a cosplay
except for food and stuff.
Right,
I have a cosplay changing room for some of our special guests. Not everybody. So I would suggest that if you're coming to visit and you want to wear a costume and you need to change or whatever, you need to figure that out, because we have the 501st, which is the Star Wars Club. Yeah. That's pretty much their room. So we really can't allow everybody in there because it's under guard and all that. So, but it's fun. We haven't had there's never any problems, no violence, no a negativity. It's all positive. Everybody's happy. It's a great day.
Yeah.
I think we had one guy that had a heat exhaustion thing last year. He was dressed as a Borg, and we had to cool him off, but that's basically the biggest thing we've had happen, So come check out SYFY Bartow. It is February the 15th, 2020, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's free. Friday night, we have a great event from 6 to 9. It's a kickoff party. We have the new poster, which Randy will probably throw up here and show you here in a few minutes, but it's all Harry Potter kind of related and Dungeons and Dragons. What have I missed talking about here? I got everything off here. We're going to have a Bigfoot skunk ape call contest.
Oh, can't wait.
And it ain't like, doot, doot, doot. Hello, may I speak to Bigfoot, please? There's no Bigfoot? There is a Bigfoot. I know. I've seen him in the grainy picture. It ain't that kind of call contest. It's like, how you do it, Randy? Do it. That's horrible. That's fine. Yeah, it's horrible.
What about my Chewbacca? Tell me, rate it from 1 to 10.
Right, let's do it. If you had some Listerine, I would rate it a 2.
If I had Listerine.
Robert Robinson. He's been a guest on our show a couple times. He's the Legend Tripper. He's going to be there. I mentioned Chuck Dixon, Joel D. Winecoop, Mark Muncie, Kitchen Killers, Hanging with the Web, Tim Proctor, all kinds of people. We have some great sponsors for this show, like Visit Central Florida. They've backed us for years now, which is a big deal. Of course, Main Street Bartow Incorporated, Badcock Home Furniture and More, which is Eagle Lake and Bartow, I believe. Yeah. Pyramid Fasteners, that's my day job, my Clark Kent job. I'm a nut and bolt salesman. Yeah, I get it. SNL Restaurant, which is a great place. Yeah. They also back our Talking SYFY show. Yeah. SLS Entertainment, they provide all the entertainment for SYFY Bartow. Main Street Comics and Memorabilia. Our hometown radio station, 102.9. Home of the Shopper. If you've ever heard of the Shopper, it's a great comedy show. Chilton Signs, our good friend Thomas Galvin. You say Gavin, but it's Galvin. You mess it up. He's going to be there with his group of guys. They do fantastic logos and
everything.
Like that.
Car wraps, logos, signs.
My good friend Richard from Tyndall Oliver, he's one of our sponsors, and one of our restaurants on Main Street Bartow, which I highly recommend, is Bedrocks of Bartow. They are wings. And
I did not realize that.
Yes, Bedrocks is one of our sponsors this year. So if you're interested in being a vendor, by the time you see this podcast, we will probably be full. But if you are and you want to just check it out, email SYFY, that's SYFY Bartow, BARTOW, @gmail.com. ask for Lori. She's our vendor coordinator and also doubles as my wife. And she'll tell you if you can come or not. The vendor fees are very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
We don't ask for a lot. We charge a little extra for power. That's all minuscule stuff.
Right, but that money goes to the city.
It goes
not
to
us.
It does not go to us. I do not collect a penny for this. Randy does not. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of these big evil promoters. I'm going to make all of this money from having George Takei at my convention. I'm not that guy. Okay, I want this free. I created SYFY Bartow for the artists, authors, which we have a bunch coming this year, local indie actors, cosplayers, costume artists, and kids that want to come out and have fun, that are into Marvel and DC and Star Wars, Star Trek. It doesn't matter. You can see a little bit of everything. Yep. I have a professional photographer that I pay out of my pocket that goes around and does candid shots of people. So if you see my good friend Matthew Pfeiffer, really super nice guy. He always has a Hawaiian shirt on, a camera around his neck, kind of a goofy hat, super sweet guy. He's single, ladies, so just remember that. Hi, Matthew. I know he watches our show. Yeah. He wants to be on our show.
Yeah,
he takes candid shots of the audience, and he does like a where he sets up all the different types of cosplay. He'll do one with just all Marvel and all DC and Star Trek, Star Wars, steampunk, and he does all that. Get with him and say hello. And we'll put you on the Facebook and everything. So it's just it's fun for everybody. I'm a little overwhelmed. We're in January, and this is my crunch time for SYFY Bartow. Randy has reached out to his car show people. They're coming. What else am I missing? I've about touched on everything, haven't I?
You have, yeah. I mean, but there's always tons of costumes running around, and I love when kids wear their Halloween costumes.
That's great.
That
it's
is
a costume.
Fantastic, you know. And you'll see even Jason, Nightmare, Freddy Krueger. You'll see people that are dressed in their favorite horror character, and I love seeing that because I'm big to horror.
Oh yeah, all types of costumes. Yeah. We've had a life-size Dalek. I wish they would come back from Doctor Who. Yeah. A lot of Doctor Who people. We're expecting a lot of Harry Potter costumes this year because we're doing all kinds of Harry Potter. Sorting Hat is going to happen at it's called Heartland Steampunk Association. Mm-hmm. My good friends Ray and Lynn are coming, and they're really big into steampunk and Harry Potter. They're going to do a Sorting Hat on Friday night and during Saturday. So,
isn't there a company that's coming to do performances as they walk through the streets?
Yes, Phasm. They're on here. Phasmagoric. They're on here. They're going to be helping my DJ Denny Prime.
I cannot
Friday
wait
night.
To see. Yeah.
They're going to be doing like juggling and things like that. They're great people. They're really into steampunk, and they've just had an award-winning show happen in Orlando, a Christmas show. They redid their own version of A Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And, John, my contact there, he's been very busy, and they're coming.
This is not a Friday Fest either. This is our own Friday, right?
This is technically going to be Friday Fest.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. All right.
Main Street Bartow does something every third week, which is Friday Fest. Well, technically, because of leap year, it's not the third week, it's the second week.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
The first starts on a Saturday or something this year. They were explaining, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they've made Friday Fest on the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. Great idea to come, hang out, have a romantic dinner at one of our Main Street Bartow restaurants with your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and enjoy a nice evening in downtown Bartow. You will love the hospitality of this town.
Yep.
The town loves it when all of our people come and hang out. Some of them don't get it. There's some of the older crowd that doesn't understand it, but they like the money that it brings to Bartow and the crowds and stuff. So
I've probably never said this to you, but I relate Bartow to like radiator springs from cars. You ever seen that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where they put this 60 and 98 goes around the outside.
Yeah, they have to draw attention.
And they eliminated the cars running down Main Street.
Right.
And to keep our little town old-fashioned, they have SYFY Sean put together this.
I've told this story before because it goes along with what you're saying. The first SYFY Bartow that I did, we have one of our authors that's a big Doctor Who fan, and he has written, what is his book called again?
The Iconic Time Box.
The Iconic Time Box, Bruce McGill. He's coming. But when I first came and did SYFY Bartow, he had a life-size TARDIS. And when I say life-size TARDIS, it was spot on to the Doctor Who TARDIS. So I had him bring it downtown Bartow, and we put it on Main Street the Friday before SYFY Saturday, it was called then. Yeah. And we had people saying, why is there a porta potty on Main Street? What's going on? And I had to explain to people what a TARDIS was. And you know the term muggle, I had to explain it to a bunch of muggles what a TARDIS was, or nomads, if you will.
Yeah. But that's funny. That's one of them stories that will live on forever.
Live on forever, you know. And there are a few people in Bartow that don't get it, and I'm okay with that.
It's in the Bible Belt, Christian, conservative.
And I'm dropping a Harry Potter convention in the middle of it. So, and like I said, that's just our theme this year. You can be anything you want. We've done a superhero themed sci-fi. We've done a Godzilla. Yeah. We've done Star Treks. I can't tell you what next year 2021 is going to be, but it's going to be something completely different and unusual.
The first one was Wrath of Khan. I didn't even realize that.
Yes.
So I started looking back at the posters, and I'm like, wow.
We did a classic sci-fi, SYFY Bartow.
Yep.
We used to show a movie on the side of one of our buildings in downtown Bartow, but because of the time and all that and restraints, we just don't have time to do that anymore. For a lot of our fans that still ask it, we're thinking about bringing it back. We just haven't figured out how we're going to do that yet because it's kind of a logistics problem for us. So, what else you want to ask me? We got a few more minutes.
I think we're good. Is there any plans of moving even wider? Or
yes,
it is. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be growing bigger in the future.
Yeah,
I'm running out of space. We're running out of space for this one.
Yeah,
I think we only have just a few vendor spots left, and there's over 100 right now. So. But I want to throw out to Randy Strickland right here beside me, Just Randee. He has been my car show coordinator for almost the full length of SYFY Bartow. He does a fantastic job. He has great connections. He's only upset one or two people, and it's basically been my fault. Randy just took the heat for it, but we make everybody happy. We have room for everybody. We love it. We love science fiction. You'll see cars that are not science fiction. We've had the Dukes of Hazzard cars, it's tribute cars pretty much. You know, we bring our family sedan, which is it's a Ford Escape. It's all Iron Manned up, and it's a Jarvis Iron Man tribute car. You'll see that. And we have some that people have spent thousands of dollars on.
Yeah.
They love it when you take pictures with them and their cars. We have Knight Rider kit is there. Yeah. We have the DeLorean from Back to the Future. We have all kinds of anything. I look back at pictures that Randy has taken and posted. I'm like, that was there? How did I miss that? You will miss stuff at SYFY Bartow, and you'll go home and kick yourself. We have a lot of great fan following that do a lot of videos and all that for us. But I want to thank you guys for putting up with this little big commercial for SYFY. Again, it is February the 15th, day after Valentine's Day, from 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. Free to come and visit. I'm sure the vendors are not free. You're going to have to buy stuff from them in the restaurants.
Did you mention happy hour?
I mentioned Johnny and Juice. Okay. Yeah, they're going to be there. Randy's car show will be there. Come and have fun with us.
Yeah.
If you want to kick off early with us, we're going to do an event Friday night on Valentine's night from 6 to 9 p.m. in downtown Bartow, right where the main stage for SYFY Bartow is. Mm-hmm. There'll be vendors. Restaurants will be open, a classic car show. Music, entertainment, and that's pretty much it. But thank you, Randy. Mm-hmm. I could not do SYFY Bartow without Randy. I'll tell that to everybody. I have a great volunteer staff.
Yes.
Virginia Grant is my staff coordinator. I have Dirk Scholler, which does my panel discussions. I have DJ Denny Prime, which is my entertainment coordinator. I have Nate Fleury, which is my security. We do have a prop weapons check, so make sure you get your prop weapon checked with Nate. He is very strict and military about it. He's a great guy. I love him. But he takes his job very seriously. Marie Wilmot, Maria Tripp is over my cosplay alley. Marie Wilmot does my information booth. Linda Holcomb, which is director of Main Street Bartow, she helps us out a lot, and love everyone from the Bartow Chamber, City of Bartow, Parks and Rec, Guys do a great job cleaning up.
The helpers from Summerlin
Academy. We have helpers come in that want, and if you want to volunteer, send us a message and we'll hook you up. But anyway, thanks for listening. This has been the SYFY Bartow episode of Talking Sci-Fi with SYFY Sean and
Just Randee.
And we hope to see you in February the 15th. See you soon, guys.